Yo, I'm gonna do this real quick. Plain and simple. I've been saved again. And by saved, I just mean I was looking at all the freight that was on the dashboard, internet truck stop, some of the brokers that I pull for this particular company that I'm leased on to, Uber Freight and everything. The highest rate that I got to go in the direction that I want to go again was JB Hunt 360. All right. The great thing about JB Hunt 360 is you're able to bid. The load that I'm pulling is going 1,600 miles, and it's going towards California. Anybody that's pulling loads out of Texas going to California understand what the rates is right now. And they was paying X amount. The great thing about JB Hunt 360 is you're able to bid. All right, you're able to bid for the load. They always throw up just a random. I'm assuming a random generic number just to put it on the board, and then you go ahead and start bidding back and forth, and there's no phone calls, there's no nothing. You just if they were saying, hey, they paying $1,000 to go 1,000 miles, you say I want 3,000, you probably get that 3,000. You never know. You're bidding just the same way if you're calling off the dashboard or anything. You know, these doing freight like this honestly is the way of the future. With everybody having smartphones and smart devices in their trucks, and data is relatively cheap. Most people are on unlimited data. These apps like the Uber Freight, JB Hunt 360, Convoy, different things like that. Like I've booked one load off Convoy, but Convoy has never had freight in the areas that I was in. I have yet to book a load with Uber Freight, but it's just because they don't have the freight that I want in the areas I'm in. When you're picking your own loads, you can be a little bit picky about that. So I was up in Oregon. I knew I picked up at this one particular place off the JB Hunt 360 board. I put my bid in, and I just went ahead and called. Shout out to Ty. Went and called Ty. I ended up booking the load for one price, and then the second time that I booked the load for $500 more because I had a rapport with him already. So if I'm ever in the Oregon area, I know exactly where to go get this particular load that picks up late. So that means I deliver one load, shut down for 10, and by the time my 10 is up, I can go pick up this next load that runs me back down towards the south. Relatively light freight. This load that I'm about to pick up right now is going from Texas to Nevada. It's only 5,000 pounds. I'm not burning no fuel. Of course you're burning fuel, but you get what I'm saying. But there's been several times where I looked around and just because you're trying to find the best rate to get in the direction you want to go. I'm trying to get home for a particular holiday, and JB Hunt 360 has came through several times, and that's the good and bad. That's the benefits of being able to tag along. You know, a lot of times we're talking about the mega carriers, but honestly, the mega carriers got the direct contacts, the direct freight, and they might not have the people in the area to pull it for whatever reason, which I'm still confused about that, but I don't have nothing to do with that. If there's nobody to pull it, I don't, honestly, we're businessmen and women, so we don't really care. All we know is we getting a great price. We getting the rate that we want. I done seen about 3 trucks almost hit stuff. We're getting the rate that we want. That's better than the spot market, and that's better than some of the other apps and stuff out there going in the direction that we want. Now, of course, you have all kind of apps out there, but if you are able to sign up with the JB Hunt 360, I suggest you check it out. Pay attention to the dates, and just start bidding. A lot of times, most people on there, they have bid ridiculous, like I had to joke with some of the brokers sometimes when I do call them. There'll be a load that's going 800 miles. Somebody put $4,000 on there. Like the lowest bid is $4,000. They're not going to move that for $4,000. They probably can if they wanted to, but they're not. Especially if it's a day run. I go in there. I'll be like, okay, well, I put 3. Somebody else will put an actual amount. Another side trick that I've seen is that sometimes if they can't get the load books off their app, they would post them on the dashboard for $200 or $300 more than what they have on the app, because they're expecting people to bid high and then come around the range that they want so they don't lose money. Again, this is a business, so you got to play the game. And definitely, the particular load that I had, they had it on the board for a particular price, On the dashboard, it was $200. It was $300 more. I end up getting it for $400 more, $4 or $500 more. It was a lot more than it was enough to cover the fuel for the whole load. Just put it like that. I don't want to give out numbers because everything's very dependent on where you're at and what you're doing. So anybody that's with my particular company that knows my particular company, all you got to do is shoot out an email. They'll get you taken care of. Anybody else that's looking to sign up for the JB Hunt 360, I highly recommend it. It's free, at least for me. That's one thing I probably should have checked on before I even made this video. It's free for me. And if it's free for me, if it's free for you, if somebody signs up for the JB Hunt 360 board and it's free for them, please do a video, let us know, shoot me a message down in my comments. That'd be great. But it's free for me. I just go on. They already have my once I logged on, filled out some minor information, they already had my my MC number and everything. So I just log in and I just scroll, especially if you're in the Texas area. They have, I guess, some type of hub or something around Denton, Texas. They have a lot of freight coming out of Texas, but it's JB Hunt, so this is where the mega carriers can win. At the end of the day, again, it's a business. You go on there, you might not get the rates that you want for a particular load. Oh well, that's trucking. That's trucking. I try to make it quick, but I like to talk. Yeah, honestly, I've ran about a good 6-7 loads off of it. And it's great because of JB Hunt. You got load where you got freight dang near all over the United States when it comes to them. Some places might not have particular freight, but other than that, look, it's TRB. Redundancy, CYA. Always have a plan B and a C if you can. All right. So if you look on the spot market, ain't nothing there. You call your favorite brokers, they don't really have nothing there. Guess what? Go check out the JB Hunt 360 app. Also check out the Uber Freight, the Convoy. I haven't used like Bubba Trucking and all the other ones, but and if any other carrier watch this, like I don't really like pulling for Landstar Ranger, Landstar Inland and stuff like that. I don't know, every time I call them, it's like a foreigner answering the phone. Like, am I calling India? I don't understand. But if you can get a US Express, if you can get the Swift, the mega carriers who have excess freight and they don't want to lose that contract, build an app for us owner operators and pay us what we bid for. Having the option to bid on the load, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Very big deal, because it gives us the option. It makes us feel something when we can feel like we get the rate that we want or we get more than we want. We big babies out here playing with big toys, trying to do big things and make big bags of money. Anyway, it's TRB. Y'all be easy. Peace.